Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. I'm back from Copenhagen and had an awesome time, and it's time for me to get back into the Star Citizen. I'm doing the recap today from the Around the Verse 3.10, but first I want to inform you guys that there's a free fly week going on right now till the 31st of October. You can click the link right now or in the description below to make an account and start playing today. First of all, we're going to cover a few topics today, which were covered in the Around the Verse. We are going to cover the Polaris, the dynamic cameras, the Ursa Rover, the ship shape of the Javelin, and a little bit of sound design as well. So first we take a look at the Polaris. This is basically the new Corvette class. It's the new Corvette class because they supersized the Idris so much that it was not a Corvette anymore, but it was actually a frigate. So they lost the Corvette over there, but now they're actually making the Polaris, which they just sold for $750, and they're working on it. It's not on the roadmap for 2016 or 2017, but it's probably a bit farther away, probably 2018. So as you can see here, it looks very nice. It's designed as designed to carry a small fighter and deliver a torpedo salvo. The triangle is super aggressive and the whole ship is combat focused. It's very early in the progress. As you can see further along in the video, he actually moves the ramp manually and it doesn't animate just yet. So that pretty much shows that we're very early in the process right here. It also has the biggest torpedoes in the game, and those are all on the bottom of the ship. That really makes the Polaris a capital ship killer, which also is capable to have a little bit of defense for small fighter ships, for example, with all those turrets. So that's pretty interesting. I've seen the brochure, I've seen a lot of people talk about the ship, and I must say I'm very interested in the gameplay of this ship. Because it's a pretty big one. It was 155 meters and it's going to be very interesting. As you can see right now, he's actually moving the ramp manually up and down. So that is just not animated yet. Also, you can see some small parts of the interior of the ship right here, which is interesting as well. They're just a little bit designing it, but nothing really is final. They're still, well, working their way through a bit. Next up, we actually got the dynamic camera system. They're improving the wall camera system to give the players better control of this. They actually saw players use an exploit with the gun, so they can actually change the camera view in Star Citizen at this moment. But they actually thought about it and said, okay, the camera stuff we have in right now are just very stupid and not very up to par with our standards. So they're improving it. In the future iteration of the camera system, you will be able to change the lens size. So that will basically change the field of view which we will have. And you can also load and save different camera angles, which is very interesting as well. As you can see right now, it's making very good close-ups, so that's very cool. The camera will also have a shake depending on the environment. For example, when there is an explosion or turbulence in the air, the camera should reflect the situation, so it will shake. This is probably not in for 2.6, but it will be looked at in the future with the camera shaking and stuff. All of this is continuing in 3.0 as well, and they are working on spectator mode. So just to be clear, the new camera angles and the lens focus will be in 2.6, and the camera shaking and stuff, that will probably be farther along, maybe in 3.0 or whatever. And next to that, they are working on the spectator mode. Now we'll be talking about the Ursa Rover. The Ursa Rover actually changed a lot from the initial concept which they had, since a lot of metrics have been changed in Star Citizen. You will be able to fit 2 persons in the front next to the driver, so you got a driver and a passenger in the front. And you will be able to have 4 persons in the back, which will also be able to be switched with 4 cargo units. For now it's the last vehicle in the pipeline, but they are looking into military vehicles as well and trucks for example. Though they don't have anything concrete about that yet. The Ursa Rover will be making its appearance in 3.0. Also, as you can see right now, the lights are actually reflecting on the dust, which is pretty insane. And if I can imagine if it's dark, it's looking even more awesome. So next up we will be talking about the destroyed Javelin, which is showed in the CitizenCon demo. If you haven't seen the demo, a video will now pop up which is clickable and you will be able to see that. But they basically started off with a mood board with a lot of derelict ships, which are often used to be recycled and stuff. They also got a lot of inspiration from the Mad Max series, which is pretty much close to their approach with your rusty feeling really. And there will be a bit of stories in those derelict ships as well. So for example, if you explore the Javelin from the inside, you will find pictures from crew members, or you will find letters from their girlfriends or whatever. They really want to tell a story there, which makes a lot of interesting stuff and really adds to the atmosphere in my opinion. Also, it's just a very big ship. They also show some interior shots. Well, if you want to see a lot more about the Javelin, I highly suggest to watch the Wall CitizenCon movie. It's pretty interesting, or you can watch my recap. It also covers all of this you're seeing right now. It's a very big ship. I think it's 350 meters or so. So it's a giant ship, and what you see right now is just the engine, and that's just insane. Also, they talked a little bit about the sound design. I'm not going too deep into that, but they actually said the real challenge is to make the sound as dynamic as possible, because there are too many locations in the Star Citizen universe. And if you want to add all those sounds manually, that's not going to work. So what they did for the Javelin atmosphere is to combine a lot of different sounds to make a great and lifelike sound experience, which seems to make sense. Also, they told in the Around the Verse that they're really struggling a bit how to fit everything gameplay wise. For example, with the Javelin demo, they told that not all the planets have a 24-hour day cycle, because for some planets the sun is much farther away and it will rotate much more slowly than planet Earth. So that's all those stuff they have to think about as well. So very interesting. I thank you all for watching. This was the Around the Verse recap for this week already. If you'd like to know more, on the left I have a video about the latest CitizenCon demo, which you can see, which I already linked earlier in the video as well. And on the right I actually have a video about the CitizenCon presentation, a recap as well. Don't forget, till the 31st of October there's a free fly week. You can click the link right now, which is in your screen, or you can click the link below in the video description and you can start playing today. So thank you all for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next one.